Second.
Second, okay, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, minutes are approved. Speakers, presentations, Florida Aquarium updates. It's Catherine Hardwick.
It'd be me.
All right.
It's okay if I stay here.
Yeah,
So
I love it.
me too. A couple of wonderful things. After a really successful spring break promotion, we decided to keep extended hours. So throughout the summer, we're doing, and it was originally 10 to 4, we're doing 9 to 6 daily. And then that's basically until school gets back in session, and then we go to 9 to 5. So we're going to have longer hours to welcome more people. Our Memorial Weekend promotion went really well as well. We offered complimentary admission for active duty military and veterans, and we gave away about $47,000 in admissions for that weekend back to the community. We have
What's that, Catherine? On what, how did y'all give that back?
so we offered complimentary admission for active military and
Oh, I
veterans.
love it. Okay.
Yeah, for that whole Memorial Weekend.
All right.
Yeah. We have our World Ocean Day soiree coming up this Saturday. It is our signature fundraising gala. We have a lot of certain levels of tickets have already sold out, but we do still have tickets available. And then lastly, we are in the planning session for our Sea to Shining Sea, which is our way to celebrate America 250. Starting on Monday, we're going to deck out the aquarium with lots of Americana decor, music, and then for the weekend of 4th of July, from Friday the 3rd through Sunday the 5th, we're going to do an all-American weekend with additional programming, offerings for the family. And we are in talks with the American Victory ship, who is they've just confirmed they're doing fireworks at 9:30 on the 4th of July.
That's it. Thank you. Looks like we lost our track. Behind the flag. Okay, Andy, Catherine completed her update.
Good deal. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Report.
Okay, 810 Channelside Drive, art selection member, Corey Robinson. Anywhere you want.
Corey Robinson, Arts and Cultural Project Coordinator for the Tampa CRA. I'm here tonight to get a CAC representative appointed for art selection for 810 Channelside. As you all know, the CRA staff has been working on developing a park in 810 Channelside. We're looking to procure some artwork in that park. The way our art selection works is we have a CAC member, a community member, a public art committee representative, an arts expert, and a owner rep from the department. So we'll have a number of parks on this committee as well. This CAC member that would be appointed would attend multiple meetings, about 3 to 4 meetings. They usually occur 4:30 to 6:30. And the CAC member will represent the CAC in selecting the artwork. The artwork meetings will be scheduled to line up with design and construction schedules to make sure the art is installed on time when the park is going to open. And so, yeah, I'm just here to take a vote if anyone wants to volunteer to be on the art selection, and
Yeah.
Very gladly volunteer for that.
I nominate Brett Hill.
I know that's a talent of yours. That's your wheelhouse. I just want to put it up for
So
discussion.
happy
You want to tandem it?
Well,
Can we
do you
I
know
think so,
one?
because
Only
it's
one?
challenging.
You do your thing.
Are you
just keep
sure?
me-
Okay.
Yeah, we'll work together. I'll be behind the scenes.
Well,
I just know that is your,
which you had experience in Jacksonville.
So I sat on the Cultural Council for Greater Jacksonville, and on the board of directors, and I did art selection
know
for
you
them as well. So I'm happy to, but
yeah. Well, I saw the remarks she had when we had all these bulletins, and I was very impressed. So that's the only reason I said, boy, that's your wheelhouse, you know?
Get your wheelhouse, dude. Yeah.
okay.
Just keep me in the loop.
Thank you very
Absolutely,
much.
got it.
I'd love to give some input.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Is that all? Is that
We
all?
just need a motion for the point.
I can't make the motion.
All right, I make the motion to have Catherine Hardwick as our representative on the Parks
I second selection committee.
Selection Committee.
Okay. Any further discussion? See none, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And we also hope to have more artwork, so we can change out that appointed member for each project too. So everyone that's interested can always serve on an art selection. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. Okay. Let's go into CRA staff reports, managers report, Ms. Orr.
I just have the project spreadsheets in your packet as usual. And so Mr. Martinez's team prepared this. With anything that is currently happening. So I don't think there's anything in particular to call out other than the Washington Street Park in combination with Curtis Hickson that is being received by the Parks Department. So the submission deadline was May 21st. So that review is underway with picking the consultant or the construction group for Washington Street Park and Curtis Hickson. And then wayfinding signage is, it's underway. We should see installation of those at the end of this year, first of next. And as you know, we acquired AD&D and they're doing all of their environmental review of the A&D property. And I think there's anything else I need to highlight.
What happened to the security cameras?
Good question.
Where are they on this list?
Yeah, well, that was something that isn't under this project. It's just the money's there. I'm just waiting to fund TPD once the installation and electricity occur.
Can we get one of the representatives here next time? It's been a bit since.
I can see if the captain's available. I know she's been following up on our behalf.
I think that's a good point.
Not to put any more work on you, but on some of these projects, is there an opportunity to do like a percentage of completion or a percentage of where we are in design?
Yeah, I can recommend, it's not, yeah, Melissa puts these together. I
Okay.
can make that request to
Just give us an
Melissa.
idea.
Okay.
Where I know we're on track, but at what stage are we?
Yeah, that's what we all do in construction, and that would be really helpful to see if we're 20%, 30%, 40, and then see if we're moving from the following. Yeah, that great. Good.
I had a question around the Twigs neighborhood park. I think there's two addresses associated with that, right? So is there, what is time for the demolition of the building? Because I noticed that there's a lot of damage.
Which one?
The garage, yeah.
Yeah, I know
And I'm
that's
sure people can just walk into it now because the windows are all broken out and it's kind of, it looks like it could be dangerous.
Yeah, it was supposed to happen soon. Last I spoke with real estate, so let me.
Because there's no, locking anybody out of the parking lot.
Yeah, we're
like
putting a
that.
fence, in.
Yeah.
So I'll have to find out
Okay.
fence and,
But last week when I walked by, a lot of the windows were broken out. You could look right, into it. I'm sure you could climb into it. Look kind of dangerous.
No, there's no reason, let's demo it.
yeah, my understanding was happening really soon. So I just have to follow up.
Would you
John
follow up on
Fernandez.
that? Because
Yeah.
that would really get rid of a good eyesore. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Two good suggestions here. Mark, feel free to chime in anytime.
I can hear you. You can hear me, I hope?
Yep.
Perfectly.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Yeah, and then those are the only trackers I had actually to put into this. We can have residential or
So the first thing is percentage work.
yeah. Fence installation and building demo.
No, I'm
security.
saying the two big good suggestions we had here were on the work
Mhm. Yeah,
percentage.
of design, what stage?
Yeah, percentage. And the second one is the demo.
Or at least fencing too. It's, people can squeeze in those windows.
And especially with it getting cold, you'll have homeless going there to keep warm. So,
Yeah.
yeah, tell them that we're concerned with
And then the last one is the draft budget, which we reviewed before, and it was a recommendation to increase the pressure washing. And so I've put in additional funding for pressure washing, which is down at the bottom. You see contractual services, planning, cleaning services, the very last item. I reached out to our total pressure cleaning to ask if we could do it quarterly. And so they're going to start, oh no, every 2 months. Anyway, I increased it. So I put enough funding based on the quote that I received.
Okay. Any other recommendations? Question?
Andy, one question here. On the 810 channel side project, I know we're moving on to art, but has the final design been approved?
They're at 60, they're working towards 60%, and then we're trying to schedule them to come, we don't have a July meeting, to come and present the 60% drawings at the August or September meeting. And then they'll continue working to 100%. And then they project to do an RFP for construction, hopefully by the end of the year.
Okay, so we'll actually, or I don't believe we've seen the final or the final proposal to move on that project. Are we going to see that, or is that what you were just trying to tell me?
Yeah, I remember there were 3 design concepts, and
Right.
design number 3 is what was selected. But I can see if I can get something from Collier's Engineering to send to you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. What's that one?
Number 3. Trying to remember what you want.
It is not reach.
No.
Yeah, no food trucks, no dog parks, lots of playground equipment.
Okay. Y'all good? Okay. Proceed, please.
If that was it, draft budget, we're making this meeting a little short because of the Cody Aquarium's presentation, but.
Okay.
So now we're on announcements.
Announcements? Any new business, old business, CAC members? Okay,
I do have a question.
please.
Is there any update that we should be aware of with the WOW Ferris wheel?
I know that they filed for permit. That's the last I've heard.
Just curious, I know there's just been a lot of talk about how traffic will be affected.
Yeah, I haven't engaged with them since. The city isn't funding any of it, so I do know that they filed for permits. That's the last, and I read that in the newspaper.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect, thank you.
Do you, what was the timeline on trying to get that completed? Maybe that, where knows that question, the timeline on the WOW being completed?
What I heard, they're going to start construction late summer, August, September here, and it should be pretty quick. They want to be open by the holidays.
By the holidays. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Kim. Okay. Any other new old business for the members? Okay, we're adjourned. And as you can see, there's no July meeting. Next meeting is August 5th. Same place, same time.
Actually, I needed to bring something up. The port is going to do renovations to this room starting this month.
Okay,
So we got our meeting in June and in time before they start renovations. They're going to do renovations July and August. We don't meet in July, but we would have this room available to us in August.
okay.
So if we wanted to come up with a different, I did check the calendar, the downtown second floor, Tampa Municipal Office Building, second floor conference room is available. Otherwise, we either would cancel or find a location if that location isn't acceptable.
Okay. Any recommendations of any, because when you bring things to this downtown, you kind of lose the neighborhood participation or any suggestions of keeping it in the neighborhood with parking?
I used to, my voting precinct was here, was at the aquarium. I was wondering if there's a space at a conference room, a room there where we used to do voting.
Okay.
It's just the parking.
I know we did it like a couple years ago.
How the parking works, because it's paid parking.
Yes, park.
That's the only part.
But the,
Park here at all.
I did walk today. We can talk about it and then,
Yeah, we have till August
Yeah.
like 5th. August 5th is when the next meeting is.
Vouchers if they park?
yeah, I know the date. I'll get with you later.
Do you guys have any type of voucher that?
It's a city parking lot, so we don't control the parking
Okay,
there.
okay. Does Car Park manage that? Car Park?
I would have to find out.
It's not Car Park that does that, Tommy? Okay, well, maybe we can work something out,
Yeah.
but I like that idea. Plus, we love going there. This is real convenient, but this is our first choice. Okay, any other announcements?
Nope.
Okay, we're adjourned, so I already said that, and directly after conclusion, at 5:40, okay, 5:47, 2 minutes off, we will go into community engagement meeting with the Florida Aquarium Sea Change Community Engagement Meeting. And Ms. Casey will take over.
Thank you all. Appreciate you giving us some time today. I've got about a 10, 15-minute presentation for you. What we want to do is give background on who the Florida Aquarium is, which hopefully should be a refresher for those of you who know us. And most importantly, to give you an update on the status of our Sea Change Capital Expansion Plan, where we're at.
It's just up there.
And then to close by seeking just public input, community input, ideas, thoughts, concerns, so that we can gather all that as we go into our final phases of our project. So thank you again. I have some colleagues and board members here, so they got back. But let's get started. First, just a little background on who the Florida Aquarium is. So we are now over, I'm not going to read everything on the slide, so don't worry. We just wanted to do them as part of the record in case somebody does want to go back and read all the details, they will have all that, so that's good. So the Florida Aquarium, founded over 30 years ago, we're a 501c3 nonprofit organization. And we were built as a catalyst to revitalize this channel district, the waterfront, and as we went to downtown Tampa. So I think we got off on the right foot. We accomplished that when you look around today. But our real purpose is to be the cultural attraction, the striving and economic business that then allows us to do our true shared purpose, which is saving wildlife. And that's through our conservation programs, through our education programs, and really focusing on giving back. We're a community asset, we realize that, and want to be part of the community, both give and take. So really, really noble purpose we have, I believe, and working towards that. I will also asterisk that by saying we are at the world-class standards. We are one of less than 250 accredited zoos and aquariums with the Association of Zoos and Aquariums. So that's good. And we take our nonprofit mission very seriously on the fiduciary responsibility. We have earned the highest level of transparency and ratings from what we call the tax watch kind of dogs that are making sure your nonprofits are across the mission. All right, so I mentioned kind of our big purposes, the economic engine. That is the driver. That's what's fueling everything we do. Tampa Bay's Regional Planning Council did an economic impact study for us, and it's up to about $275 million a year. So not bad. That's creating the jobs. That's bringing the tourists in and spending money in the businesses and at our gates and hotels. It's driving our membership program, all of our educational programs. So we need that to continue. We need that to keep strong with attendance. And that's why we're doing what we're doing by adding new exhibits, giving people more reasons to visit. So we know that economic engine drives the purpose. I mentioned our conservation programs. Our two biggest priorities are saving the coral reef, which we have done world-renowned scientific work on creating, being able to propagate new coral. And rehab and releasing sea turtles. So over 400 sea turtles we've helped since the late 90s. Next one was we know we need to accomplish conservation, we need to get to the kids. So we want to be the pool science teacher. And our educational programs are, again, nationally recognized as top-notch. Over 2 million school kids have come through our programs, whether it's just the standard field trip we all did as kids, or if it's through our formal programs within our classrooms, or even out in the field, where we'll take them out to the water and get their hands dirty. We also know that kids don't all learn the same, so we have different programs to address each type of market. We do days of discovery. We'll shut down kind of all the oversensory elements of the aquarium and just let them enjoy the visit kind of in a more controlled environment. One of my favorites is our Aquabot 3000 robots, where we do virtual field trips for pediatric patients over at TPH. So it gives them a chance to also visit the aquarium while their schoolmates are here. And, you know, visit town is great. And then the final kind of leg is we're a community asset and we want to give back. Community collaborator, very, very important program for us. We work with organizations all over town, other nonprofits, all of this group here, and we actually brought on Tony Rikita, an executive position to kind of oversee all our community engagement. So it is very important. So there's a couple of slides there that describe just a handful, just a few of what we do with the community. So again, I could read lists, I could give you stats all day long, I could go on and on, but we have a video. So if you indulge me, it's about a 2-minute video that I think really captures the essence of who the Florida Aquarium is and what we stand for, and I'd like to run that if you could, Kat. That's us. Yeah, I think that says a lot and folks some good feelings. So why we're here today, how we're going to keep that story going is we have some expansion plans. We've heard about it. We've been working on this for a couple of years. We call it Sea Change. It's a multi-year, multi-phase project. We are actually halfway through it. So 2 of our components have opened and the final kind of really 2 big pieces are about to start. So next, the first one we completed in 2023. We renovated an exhibit space, square footage, and turned into a changing exhibit gallery, opening with our morphed exhibit that is still wildly popular. So that is driving attendance and raising the bar on our exhibitry by a lot. The tide pool opened last summer, so not quite a year old yet. That renovated an empty kind of lobby mezzanine to a, again, state-of-the-art, nationally awarded exhibit called the tide pool. Touch tank exhibit that kids are loving. So those two are behind us, they're done. The next phases that are coming with Sea Change are a new puffin exhibit that's inside, and then these outdoor exhibits here, which are the penguin exhibit and sea lion exhibit. So that's on, we are hoping right now to put a shovel in the ground around Labor Day, and it will be completed by the end of 28. First up, the first thing that will open is the indoor exhibit, which is Pacific Puffin exhibit. This one's pretty cool, all of them about 30 birds, very charismatic and engaging if you've ever seen them. What's really unique about this one, you'll see it from the water level on the second floor at the surface, and then the rocks, and then they're nesting. But if you're downstairs at the first floor, you'll be able to see the full 2-story exhibit that shows the puffins diving and choosing food, which is pretty cool. So that is, again, we'll start construction here in the fall and open it by the end of 2027. Then next we'll groundbreak at the same time, but this one will take a little bit longer to do, which is the outdoor habitats. Sea lions, so these will be the first California sea lions you'll be able to see on Florida West Coast. So that's in our backyard, we'll have those here. Again, we'll probably start with 4 sea lions and grow to eventually to 8 to 10 as they all get settled in. And the next phase will be on the other side of them is the African penguin exhibit. We already have penguins at the aquarium, but our guests can't see them every day. We bring them out every now and then, but they don't have their own kind of public exhibit. So we're looking forward to being able to get those out and show them to the public. Our colony will grow. We got about 10 now, so we'll triple them in size up to 30. And what's neat about this is we'll then have a size of colony that will be able to participate in the species survival plan. So very endangered are the penguins, so if we can help, get that population back up, we're looking forward to being able to do that. Every one of these has a conservation story, obviously, and an education story that we will tie in and deliver that to our guests. But we're hoping with those big charismatic animals to just keep pumping attendance and economic impact. So here's the obligatory flyby video. I think it was the puffin, sea lion, and penguins. And that's the project. So right now it's about $45 million expansion. The Channel District CRA committed to us about $15 million, I guess a year or two ago. So we have promised and committed that we will match those by at least $2, match that funding by at least $2. That fundraising plan where it says we've raised $22 million with 8 to go, that already needs to be updated. We got $1 million commitment just last night. Those numbers will go up, and hoping to we will close that gap. We've got some really hot irons in the fire to wrap this fundraising up, and then the financing plan with banks are also already on board. So feeling very confident that we can get this done, and look forward to getting it open and running. What we really want to do, we mentioned we want your input. We want the community's input. We've already sent out, Kat, if you could hold up that flyer. We have sent out the QR code. It's a short, less than 10 question survey. And it also gives you open-ended kind of, you just want to provide thoughts and ideas and concerns. We're going to gather all those surveys and analyze them and kind of compile them and then take it to the next step on what we can do with all that great information. Any questions, any comments? Take them.
Are some of these animals like sea lion?
A lot of them are, yeah. So their environments, you know, they're fishing, so they're all emaciated, so they come in and kind of get
And stuff like that.
correct.
Yeah.
So some of them can't be released, so that's why zoos and aquariums
That's awesome.
are able to keep them.
Thank you.
Does it increase like the capacity of the aquarium?
So we're using existing square footage, so it's all within the confines of the aquarium. Right now, we're repurposing what we call underutilized areas. More of
For tenants work, but also for the animal work.
oh, sure.
Right.
Okay.
Can I make a comment? Appropriate.
This is right.
I'm looking at my memory, I've been a board member of Fort Aquarium for 20 years, and a resident of Tampa for 23 years. I was involved in Mosaic early in the days, and then got involved in the aquarium. I was blessed to be the chairman from 2011 to 2013. I can tell you this place is top shape. The people who are running it are fantastic. The volunteers, second to none. The passion that's there is great. My youngest daughter is one of the newest residents here at the Channel side, and she and her boyfriend love the place. And it's just so cool to be sitting here after 20 years to see where we were, where we are, where we're going. And I just want to thank everyone in the community for what they have done to help us to get to this point. We're not done. And again, thank you, and people like Dale behind me, the board member, we keep getting some really good board members. And we've got a heavy lift here to finish sea change, but then the next project's gonna come, so get it ready.
Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks for the opportunity to make a quick comment. I've been on the board since 2018. I moved here from Alaska. I was on the Alaska Sea Life Center board for 7 years before I moved here. I was kind enough to invite me to sit on this board. I can tell you after 40 years in the oil and gas business as a land manager and external affairs guy, I've never seen a staff as confident and as excited about doing the work they do as the Florida Aquarium. So for me to have an opportunity to stand up and tell you guys, if you haven't been but this project is really exciting, and I think from an attendance standpoint, and really from using the space that we have available, because we really can expand, it's been a magnificent opportunity to increase our revenue, the number of people that see our mission, and whenever I get to read a board packet and see all the stuff that we do as the Florida Aquarium, it's not just a place for fish, it's a place for people, it's a place for conservation, all the wonderful things we do, and I can't thank you guys enough for all your support. Thank you.
Well, thank you for all the time you all spent on this board. A lot of hours. Thank you so much.
Okay, one more comment. I ran a fishing tournament in 2006. And I remember having to explain to people, they just think this place is an entertainment place. I said, picture this for a second. You're sitting in center ice or right there at the 5th yard line at Raymond James Stadium, which you guys have plenty of things to think about there. And that stadium is jam-packed full of kids, full every seat. And then there's a line that goes back to, call it Charles, kids lining up. That's how many kids that we educated here, and that's probably been a number of years. And the cool thing about picturing those kids in that stadium, picture those kids that probably don't get to the ocean, probably don't have the things that maybe some other kids have. That is something that is a hidden gem in Tampa. And that's great. And it's one of those quiet, lovely things that goes on in this community that you don't necessarily see, but it's there.
Wonderful. Very heavy. No. Listen, you've earned it to speak as much as you want, okay? All the time you've spent there, and all your efforts. Any other comments? I would just say that was fantastic. Very impressed, very, very impressed. Keep it up. Tell Roger that you and him and the team are doing fantastic. Okay, at this point, I think we're done. We're adjourned. Ms. Orr?
Survey.
Yep. We have extra flyers on the table, so if you want to take any and pass them along, anyone interested.
Now, please get it out to your respective groups.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, have a nice evening, everybody.
Thank you.
See you in 2 months.
I think they were over there.
Okay.
What's that?
Can you see if this works for you? Because I'm getting a, access to the QR code, getting it.
I know we distributed them and we got about,
You got it.
yeah. We had 90 comments so far, so if you, you have one or?
No.